I'm Suzanne Wodowick, and this is my face. If you're wondering why there's no video to this, it's because I am strangely camera shy, so you will just hear my voice and I will try to put appropriate pictures as I speak. Anyway, this is my writer's tag video, which means I was tagged by someone to do this. I was tagged by Autumn the Writer, who you can find on YouTube here. She has her own channel, and I subscribe to it, so you can also look under my subscriptions to find her. Anyway, I've got 12 questions here, and I will try to go through them as briefly as possible, though I could probably talk about them all day. Here we go. Number 1. Typed or handwritten? Most definitely handwritten. I handwrite all of my novels because if I try to type them, I will just hit the erase button all the time and nothing will happen. Nothing will get written. So I type the story after I write it, obviously, because I have to edit it. But initially I write it down on notebooks. Here's a picture of one of my notebooks, though I'm not going to show you the actual writing because spoilers. Number 2. Cursive or printed? I used to always write in cursive when I was a kid, but I realized that when I'm writing quickly and when I'm writing in pen, cursive basically turns out to be a whole mess of things that I can't even read. So I changed to print, which is a little bit more legible, and I do write in pen because pencil tends to just smudge all over the place. And I found that out the hard way when I was writing only in pencil, and then I went back to type up what I'd written, and I could barely read anything. It was awful. Number 3. Show us your favorite pen. I don't have a specific favorite pen. I used to have favorite pencils. That's a whole nother story. But I do have a type of pen that I like to use a lot. This is a picture of that pen. Haha. Number 4. Where do you like to write? I like to write wherever I can actually focus on writing, which means that I move around a lot because I cannot focus on writing if I'm in the same place for too long. So I'll write, and then I'll realize that I'm getting distracted, and I'll say to myself, okay, Suzanne, you have to move. And then I'll move, and I'll get back into writing. Usually an hour or two I can last in one place. Although during NaNoWriMo a lot, I will be able to focus more. I've found that out. Number 5. Who are your favorite authors in terms of style? I've got a few, and they're very interesting because they are actually a very different style than myself. I've been told a couple of authors that I seem to write like, and I'm actually not a huge fan of their style. Maybe because they're similar to me, I don't know. But anyway, my favorite writers in terms of style are Stephen King, with especially his, some of his novels like The Shining. I especially liked the way he wrote that, and Pet Sematary. I also really like Ray Bradbury's style of writing, his kind of stream of consciousness writing, and how you can find like symbolism in everything he does, even though you can obviously tell he's not trying to. He just subconsciously puts symbols in everything. It's great, and I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to be that kind of a writer. And I also really like Jodi Picoult, especially her characters, because the way she writes her characters is just amazing. They're complex, they're realistic, they're amazing. Number 6. What are your favorite books on writing? This is an interesting question, considering I actually haven't read any. Although I know Stephen King has one, I should probably read that, because a lot of people like that. I should probably read it. Number 7. Have you ever competed in NaNoWriMo? And before anyone says I'm pronouncing it wrong, I know I'm pronouncing it wrong. It's NaNoWriMo, but I will not ever pronounce it that way again. So, NaNoWriMo, yes. I have participated in it ever since 2011, yes. I was a sophomore in high school, and I found out about it November 3rd. It takes place in November, for anyone who doesn't know. November 3rd, and I thought, oh, there's a month dedicated to writing a 50,000 word novel. That sounds fun. I can do that. 50,000 words isn't a lot. 50,000 words is a lot. Which I realized, but I did end up writing 25,000 words that year, which was nice. And I have participated to some extent in NaNoWriMo ever since. Number 8. Have you ever won NaNoWriMo? Yes, I won last year, which was intense and kind of terrifying and a lot of work, but I did eventually. By November 30th, I did get to 50,000 words. That's what it means to win. You have to get to 50,000 words. And I did it, and it was great. And I'm still working on typing that story up, because like I said, I handwrite everything. But yes, I rewarded myself by watching the entirety of Jessica Jones within the next week. And fun times, yes. Number 9. Have you ever had anything published? Well, it depends on what you mean. I participated in the Nano Games, which was a 7-week thing hosted by the Writers Workout Facebook group, and I was part of a team of 10 people, and we have 4 of the short stories that we wrote during that games. Those are published in an anthology that you can buy as an ebook for $4 on Amazon. I will post a link to that in the description of this, because I don't remember the link name, but you can find that in the description. Number 10. What projects are you working on? Well, at the moment, I'm trying to type up this novel that I did for NaNoWriMo last year. It's called Run Home Children. I'm also in the process of editing the 4th book in a series. That book is called Visions, and I haven't written the first 3 books, but I wrote the 4th one. That was actually my first NaNoWriMo novel that I finally finished last summer. Then there's a 3rd book that I have not really touched for a couple years, but I will get back to because I do like the story. That's called In Its Place. You can find information on all of these either on my blog or on my Facebook page. Those links are also going to be in the description of this video, and you can check that out, ask me questions on my Facebook page, whatever you want. Number 11. What is your soundtrack to writing? While I'm actually in the process of writing, I don't really listen to music because I never really know what I'm going to be writing about, where the story's going to take me, so I don't know what the mood's going to be. So if I'm listening to music and it doesn't fit the mood, then it distracts me. But if I'm editing and I need to be in a specific mood for editing, or before writing, I just want to get into the mood of writing, I do listen to some music. I either listen to just any music that I feel like, or I have a playlist of videos of songs that people from the NaNoWriMo Facebook group really like, or just has stuck in their head. You can find that on my YouTube channel. And I also have specific playlists for some of my characters of my novels, which you can also find on my YouTube channel. Number 12. Do you have any writing pump-up song? Kind of the same thing. It really depends on what I'm writing and what character I'm writing at the moment. Sometimes I'll go into their character playlist and listen to some of those songs to get into the mood. Or I basically just any song that I really feel like listening to at the moment. And that's it for now. I will try to make more videos in the future. Maybe you'll actually get to see my face at some point, if I can work myself up to that. Hope you enjoyed this video. Leave any comments in the comment section about what you like about this video, what you think I should do in the future. And if you are also a writer, leave your YouTube channel in the description so I can subscribe to you.